Michael. The situation: Sorrentino and his wife Lauren Pesce endured a health scare with their newborn son on Thursday's episode of Jersey Shore, Family Vacation. The 39-year-old reality star arrived home from the hospital without his child Romeo Rain, who gained a fever requiring following his birth on May 26, 2021 that required further hospitalization. "I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna lie, you know," Mike admitted in a confessional. He spoke with his mother Linda and revealed that Lauren, 37, was a wreck. "I'm keeping a strong front for the family, for Lauren," Mike said. "Well, that's what you have to do. Because if she's emotional and she is breaking down, you can't do that," Linda said. Dina Cortese, 34, meanwhile was shown with her husband Christopher Buckner playing with their two children in the backyard of their house. She had just delivered baby boy Cameron on May 1 and felt for Mike and Lauren. "When I had Cameron, luckily, thank God, he was healthy. We were able to come home on time," Dina said in a confessional. "It made me, sad that Mike and Lauren didn't have that same experience. I just hope at this point that Romeo is gonna be home soon," she added. Mike was then shown at home and talked to Lauren, who was at the hospital. "I'm just getting all of our stuff, and I will be back soon. And then probably when I get back, I'll order us dinner as well," Mike told her. "Wait, I have good news. The doctor said that we can take him home today," Lauren interjected. Mike was stunned into silence. "Hello? Are you okay?" Lauren said. Mike asked if she was sure and Lauren said she'd believe it when we're walking out. "But they said that, you know, everything is good. Has been good for however many days in a row now. Has finished his course of antibiotics, and has ready to go," Lauren said. Mike then told her that he'd be at the hospital in 20 minutes. "We did it," he shouted after ending their call. Mike texted his former housemates the good news and they were excited to hear that Romeo was coming home. He was then shown loading Romeo in a baby seat into his car and riding home with Lauren. "When I needed to just cry, Mike just took over and handled everything," Lauren said in a confessional. "There's not one other man in this world who is capable of doing that for our family," she added. She cried again in the backseat as Mike drove them home. "Look at that, honey. We did it, honey." "All right," Mike told her. Mike later had a talk with his baby boy and boasted in a confessional that he was definitely shocked at how good he was getting at being a dad. He held baby Romeo in his arms as he dished out some fatherly advice. "First rule in the game is, always do your taxes. Uncle Sam will come get you 3 years later," said Mike, referencing his 8-month prison stint in 2019 for tax evasion. "It's a good idea to order a few appetizers so you get a feel for what's on the menu," he then told his baby boy. "There is a difference between wingers and tendies, okay? Never leave a tendy behind. Italians love cars. It's sort of like the gasoline to our car. And never fall in love in the Jersey Shore," Mike also advised. The Season 5 episode tilted Snooki vs. The Rock also showed Nicole Snooki Polizzi, 34, and Dina partying together once again. "It's been a legit year since me and Dina have gotten drunk together. It was at Angelina's bachelorette party. Right now none of us are pregnant, so we can have drinks and just be stupid. Like, that is my goal right now, Snooki said in a confessional. They drank outside at Dina's house and talked about Jennifer J. Wow Farley, 35, being blind after getting LASIK surgery. Jenny was then shown in bed with blinders on and ringing a bell for her fiancé Zach Carpinello to bring her coffee. Angelina Pivarnik, 35, arrived for the so-called Mommy Meatball Day at Dina's house. The trio cheered and then drank while goofing around in the children's playground. Snooki lost her balance and fell sideways onto the grass as Angelina watched. "I just did a little tumble," Snooki said, causing Angelina to burst out in laughter. "There was a rock, and the rock was not classy," said Snooki while pointing to the ground. Angelina told Dina and Snooki that she was considering freezing her eggs and noted that her biological clock is ticking. She also revealed being in therapy with husband Chris to work on their marriage, but admitted that she didn't know if it was helping. Angelina had set a deadline to decide whether to divorce him and said in a confessional that "it's fast creeping up on me." Dina said she knew the past 2 years had been rough, but she was glad they had made amends. "Cheers to all of us," Dina said as they clinked their glasses and drank. The episode also featured Vinny Guadagnino, 34, breaking the news to everyone that he sold his home in Staten Island and was going to live in Los Angeles. He first told his mother Paula, who promptly questioned his decision. "Who's in LA, Vin?" "The View." "You have a view?" Paula asked her son. "Italian moms are definitely masters at guilt," Vinny said in a confessional. Paula warmed up to the idea when she realized that Vinny would be staying with her when he came back to Staten Island for visits. "Now that I think about it, I'm glad you sold the house. Now, when you come home, Paula said. Vinny also informed his neighbor Angelina that he was leaving Staten Island for Los Angeles. "I'm always right behind you," she teased him after Vinny said he was motivated to sell the house to get away from her. Mike was shown settling into his father role and introducing baby Romeo to pizza. "It's very important that baby Romeo understands where he comes from. You're of Italian descent. Pizza will be a part of your life for the rest of your life," Mike said in a confessional. Mike handed Lauren a slice of pizza while feeding Romeo with a baby bottle. "When is he exactly allowed to start to eat pizza, honey? I wanna start giving him the good stuff," Mike said, causing Lauren to laugh. "Not anytime soon," she said. Paulie D. Del Vecchio, 41, also successfully went on tour with his girlfriend Nikki Hall. "So tour on the road with Nikki for the first time was great. We turned up together. It was lit, and I had a partner, my ride or die by my side, and it feels great to be home after such a successful trip," Paulie said. Lauren was still recovering emotionally and thanked Mike for helping her. "The simplest of things will spark waterworks in motion from me, because I'm still in shock of everything that happened from my delivery till now," said Lauren, who would come home from the hospital every day and cry. The women invited Lauren to brunch and she opened up about the traumatizing experience. "I don't think he'll ever not be emotional telling this story, because it's the heaviest thing I've ever gone through. And that says a lot," Lauren said. She said doctors did a spinal tap and other tests that came back negative. So they decided they're gonna treat him with antibiotics. And to get antibiotics intravenously in a newborn, you have to go through, like, many locations, Lauren said. Lauren said she also was dealing with emotional postpartum while her baby was in the NICU. The episode ended with a couple's dinner on the East Coast that got off to a bad start as Pauly joked about Angelina's side piece while she sat next to her husband. "Oh, damn. The disrespect," Mike commented. Angelina became instantly angry and started to tell the group about a rumor she heard through the streets about Pauly and Nikki. Jersey Shore, Family Vacation will return next week on MTV.